Hi, I'm Ryan CRC, and today I want to give you some dating tips. Meeting someone special is often a matter of probability. The more people you expose yourself to, the greater the chances of meeting someone you're compatible with. You can't sit on your couch watching TV and expect Mr. or Mrs. Right to come knocking on your door. You have to put yourself out there. Try every avenue available. Online dating, speed dating. Ask your friends to set you up. Maybe try the singles night at your local club. This is your love life, your future. You have to take control of it. Join a poetry club or co-ed softball team. Take an art lesson or a Zumba class, whatever you're into. This is not only a good way to meet potential partners, but it's a great way to network and make new friends who can in turn introduce you to their single friends or invite you to parties where you can meet even more new people. The more people you meet, the more possibilities you have of meeting someone who's right for you. Break up your shopping list so you hit more grocery stores and more department stores throughout the week instead of going once on Sunday to the same store for 2 hours. Also, visit more bookstores or craft stores or whatever you're interested in so you can meet a wider variety of people. These are great places to casually meet new folks because the merchandise provides you with conversation starters. If you see someone cute and who's not wearing a wedding ring standing in the produce aisle of the grocery store looking at the tomatoes, nonchalantly make your way over there. Make sure you stand a few feet away so you don't invade their personal space. Maybe check out the onions nearby so you don't intrude upon their boundaries or their comfort zone. You might hold up a couple onions and ask them, "Excuse me, do you know the difference between yellow onions and red onions?" Or you might ask them if there's the difference between the bunch of small red tomatoes that they're looking at on the vine and the larger individual tomatoes that are right next to them. The idea is to use these products as icebreakers, so you can start a conversation with someone in a non-threatening and innocent manner. Now, I realize it can be daunting starting conversations with total strangers, but we are social creatures. Meeting new people, making new acquaintances, talking to people shouldn't be that weird. In my experience, most people are polite when you start a conversation with them. They don't run away screaming or give you the stink eye. But they may have an attitude problem, or maybe they just had a bad day, or maybe they have social anxiety. In any event, don't take it too personally. Also, stay in your lane. If you're a 40-year-old man, don't try to chat up a 20-year-old girl. You might come off looking very creepy. Remember, you're trying to find a partner that you're compatible with. You're not trying to find a trophy. But more often than not, as long as you're nice and respectful to people, they're usually nice in return. Keep in mind, conversation is self-perpetuating. So if you see someone standing in the cereal aisle looking at Cheerios, you might ask them if they've ever tried the pumpkin spice flavors, since everything is pumpkin spice in fall. And they may say no, but they really like the pumpkin spice latte at their favorite coffee shop around the corner from their work. And then naturally you would ask them where they work, and they might ask you what you do for a living, and the conversation will just take on a life of its own. The hardest part is initiating the conversation, but once you start talking, usually the conversation will lead in many different directions that will help you learn about each other. So practice talking to people in stores. It gets easier over time and becomes second nature. If you see someone looking at the honey barbecue potato chips when you walk by, mention how delicious they are. If they respond favorably, you might point to another brand of potato chips or another flavor and mention how much you like those as well, and just let the conversation flow naturally from there. More often than not, people will just smile or respond simply and then go about their business. In that case, take the hint and leave them alone, because they're not interested in talking. And that's fine, there's nothing wrong with that. You're not losing anything, you're not being rejected. It's not like you're going out on a limb and asking them to marry you. You're just talking about potato chips. And likewise, just because they continue talking with you doesn't mean that they're interested in dating you. They could simply be very sociable or talkative people in general, but they may otherwise be happily married and have no interest in dating anyone. Now, you may have to meet dozens of people before you find someone who's interested in getting to know you more on a personal level. When that happens, you might tell them how much you enjoy talking to them and ask them if you can have their number or Facebook info so you can talk to them again. If they give it to you, then great. If they don't, then better luck next time. You just have to meet someone else, start a new conversation with them, and try again. Remember, you're playing the long game here. This is a matter of statistics. The more people you meet, the greater the probability that you'll meet someone who's right for you. To make meeting people easier, you might wear something interesting, like a unique piece of jewelry. Someone may think you're cute, but be too nervous to approach you and start a conversation. But if you're wearing something interesting, or maybe carrying a book with you or something of that nature, then that allows them an icebreaker. So they can comment on whatever you're wearing or whatever you're carrying as a way of starting conversation with you without putting themselves out there and risking rejection. Also, pay attention to what other people are wearing or what they happen to be carrying with them so you can comment on that as a conversation starter in case there's no tomatoes or potato chips around. And this should go without saying, but whenever you visit these stores or libraries or dog parks, make sure you look presentable. You don't need to dress to the nines or anything like that, but just make sure that you look nice, that you're wearing clean, ironed clothing. Don't show up to the grocery store in your pajamas, because you never know who you're going to meet. Wash your face, brush your teeth, comb your hair, smile, be open and respectful. These are ingratiating qualities that can help draw people to you more and make them feel more comfortable talking to you and getting to know you. And like I said before, even if they're not interested in dating you specifically, it does not hurt to make new friends, because you can never have too many friends. And making new friends can pay off in the long run because they may be able to introduce you to new potential partners. And with that, I'm Ryan CRC. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and follow me on other social media. Until next time, I hope you find someone awesome.